Hello, Michigan Wolverine fans. Hello, Facebook. And hello, YouTube subscribers. This is Harry Bryan back again with the first post-game video of the 2022-2023 campaign of Michigan football. Last week, I was supposed to make my first video. I was actually live in Ann Arbor, Michigan. I was actually at the home opener against Colorado State. The reason why I didn't make the video was because, one, I was in Ann Arbor, and it was a long drive from Indiana all the way to Ann Arbor. And then, of course, I had to make the long trip back. And it was hot, and it was like practically I had no air conditioning in my truck. And about the time I made it back home, it was late, and I was so tired, I was so exhausted. So I figured, well, everybody saw the score, and Michigan did an awesome job playing against Colorado State. So I didn't have a chance to make the video like I said I was going to do. But I will say this. The experience of going to Ann Arbor, and that was my first home opener that I actually was there. It was packed. It was over 109,540 some people that attended the home opener against Colorado State. As far as that game alone, Michigan did a good job. Michigan's offense had to do what they did in order, to win that game. I can't go through the full recap of that game because it was a week ago. But the reason why I want to make this video is to recap tonight's game between Michigan and Hawaii, which it was a night game. Of course, the game kickoff time was postponed because of inclement weather. So I guess it was lightning, thunderstorms in the area. And so they had to wait until the storm system had to move out, and then all of a sudden they resumed play. So I think it was probably like a 35, 40 plus minute wait. Then all of a sudden the game the game resumed. Far as what I saw from the first quarter all the way to the fourth quarter, it is one person on that team that I am raving about. This one person give Michigan hope for this whole entire season. If he can stay healthy, I think Michigan has a chance to go undefeated, even leading towards the last game in November, and we know who that is. But this young man showed a lot of promise. He made key plays when he needed to make plays. He was dang near perfect when it comes to his completions. Everything he threw darts. And the ball was caught. Except for one ball, and that was because I believe Ronnie Bell, I guess he turned too fast, and he didn't quite have full control of the ball, and he ended up dropping the pass. But that was only one pass that was dropped by this young man. He showed a level of poise. He showed a level of confidence that a quarterback needed to have. He knew that this job, he had it in the bag tonight. He played well in the first quarter of the game. He played practically mistake-free football. And this young man is named J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy, I think what he did was he solidified that starting job from K. McNamara. J.J. McCarthy, when he out there on the field, his teammates can feel it. The coaching staff can feel it. The fans can feel it. I can feel it. a level of excitement that is needed in order to become successful and to give your teammates confidence that they can go out there and play with J.J. McCarthy. And J.J. McCarthy, he can execute plays. He can help them become better players out there on the field. J.J. McCarthy, something he got is contagious because the whole team can feel it when he out there on that field. He's like, dude, I got this. Let's go out here and let me take control of the offense. And he go out there, he take control of the offense. J.J. McCarthy, this guy is an absolute star tonight. Everybody might say, well, it's against Hawaii. Hawaii is not that good. You know what? It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, J.J. McCarthy did what he had to do. He placed his wide receivers, even the running backs, in position to make big plays. Now, not saying that K. McNamara couldn't do it, but J.J. McCarthy, he just executed it better. He executed the playbook better than K. McNamara. Because remember, I think the second half of the game, that's when Jim Harbaugh decided he was gonna start. I'm sorry. No. It was before the half. It was before before halftime when Jim Harbaugh put Cade out there. So he took J.J. McCarthy out the game, and he put Cade out there. And right away, you just felt like it was different. I mean, it just wasn't the same. And what I mean by that, it just wasn't that same excitement that you can feel when you know that J.J. McCarthy out there. K. McNamara went out there and he got sacked. Now, to be fair, it was not K's fault that he got sacked. No, because old lineman missed his block and ended up, K didn't have enough time to throw the ball and he took the sack. Now, that wasn't on K. But now, during the second half that K went out there, K just wasn't as fast. He wasn't as quick when it comes to his decision-making like J.J. McCarthy. J.J. McCarthy, he's fast when it comes to decision-making. He don't take a long time to decide what he's going to do. Or when he see that he don't have a wide receiver, and, you know, it takes K longer to process things than J.J. McCarthy. And I noticed that. J.J. McCarthy, I think what he did was that he solidified the starting position. I think he won that job tonight. And K knows that J.J. McCarthy won. Now, how K. McNamara is going to handle that, who knows? But he cannot throw his teammates under the bus like he tried to do after the Colorado State game. That he was trying to he tried to save, or should I say, he tried to make himself look like it wasn't his fault for his poor performance. So he rather throw his teammates under the bus, and that's not the right approach because K. McNamara was elected captain. And so if you are elected to be a captain, that means there's certain things you cannot do, even though if he feels that it's not his fault, it's certain things that he cannot say to the media. Because the media will turn around and they will spin it and add something to it that not supposed to be in there and create a narrative that's not there. So they try to exaggerate things. So K has to be careful what he say and choose his words wisely, or before something's going to take place and he's not going to be welcome on the team and he might end up jumping into the transfer portal, which I think that's what he's going to do because we know J.J. McCarthy, safe to say that he won the starting job. So congratulations to J.J. McCarthy. Congratulations to the Michigan Wolverines. The team, they played well. And I got the stats in front of me. And it was different players that contribute tonight. Blake Corum, 9 carries for 88 yards. He scored a touchdown. CJ Stokes, 8 carries, total of 61 yards. He scored a touchdown. And Gash, this new unknown guy, and during the fourth quarter, 3 carries for 48 yards. He scored a touchdown. Donovan Edwards, this guy is like, how can you describe Donovan Edwards? This man can play running back and he can play wide receiver. Man, when J.J. threw that pass, Donovan Edwards jumped up in the air, grabbed the ball, and landed on the ground. And he was only 2 yards shy from scoring the touchdown on the first play. And then, of course, the next play, they handed the ball off to Donovan Edwards, and he scored the touchdown. So he ran for, I think, for 2 yards on the play after that, after he caught the ball. And Roman Wilson, he ran for 21 yards. He scored a touchdown. So 5 different players scored on the offense. J.J. McCarthy, let's see what he did tonight. J.J. McCarthy, he completed 11 of his 12, completed 11 out of 12 throws, total 225 yards in the air, and three TD throws. So, man, J.J. McCarthy, like I said, he is going to be a problem. He's a problem. He's a good problem for Michigan, but he's a bad problem for whoever faces us this year. If J.J. McCarthy stays healthy, he's going to be a big problem. Because how can you game plan against a J.J. McCarthy that not only he can throw that ball, he's accurate with his throws, and he also can use his legs in case if the pocket collapse or somebody something happens and the play is blown or the play is poorly executed, and he can still gain positive yards. Now I'm not saying he as fast as Shoelace or Denard Robinson, but he got enough speed in order for him to escape a broken play and to gain positive yards, or at least prevent from losing yards, at least get back to the line of scrimmage. But anyway, man, J.J. McCarthy is the star tonight. As far as our defense, man, I'm pretty pleased with the way the defense been playing, and they really held their own. The defense with Mozzie Smith, the guy is playing lights out. I cannot complain about the team, offense, defense, even special teams. Jake Moody is a perfect 6 for 6. He has not missed a field goal kick. Jake Moody did not miss a kick. So even though Michigan had to deal with the rain delay, weather delay, but Michigan have not skipped a beat. They have not skipped a beat. Let me say this. This is unrelated to Michigan, but this is related to football. What do y'all think about Notre Dame and them losing against a Sun Belt team in Marshall? Marshall. Think about this. Marshall, I don't think is even in the group of 5, unless the Sun Belt is a group of 5. But anyway, Marshall went to South Bend inside Notre Dame Stadium and pulled off the improbable and beat Notre Dame. They was the number 8 seed in the country. They was ranked number 8 in the country prior to that game. And Notre Dame took a huge dump in the middle of their own field. If you're a Notre Dame fan, how can you explain losing to a team called Marshall? How can you explain losing to a team like Marshall? Now, not saying that, I do not ever want to hear another Notre Dame fan talking about App State to Michigan fans. What App State did back in 2007. I don't want to hear another Notre Dame fan talk about to a Michigan fan App State. No. What about what Marshall did to y'all? And it's bad for Notre Dame. And you know what? I don't even feel sorry for him. I really don't. And that was the biggest upset in my opinion. Oh, and speaking of App State knocked off Texas A&M today. Oh, App State beat Texas A&M at their house. That was the second biggest upset of today's slate of games. But, oh well. I guess App State got another victim. At first, it was us, Michigan, back in 2007, and everybody kept throwing it in our faces for the past 15 years. Oh, look what App State did to Michigan. What App State did to Michigan was the biggest upset in college football history. Oh, well then now look what happened today with Texas A&M. Now Texas A&M gonna have to deal with what Michigan had to deal with for the past 15 years. So now they're going to have a taste of it. And so Notre Dame with Marshall. So Marshall can throw it in their face that Marshall went inside Notre Dame Stadium, touchdown Jesus, all that stuff they didn't do, Irish country, and they beat Notre Dame soundly. No, it wasn't even close. And now this Marcus Freeman guy, the new head coach of Notre Dame, they said he's the first coach, the first head coach in Notre Dame history to lose their first three games. Lose his first three games. So we already know that the week before, when they played Ohio State at the Horseshoe, that they lost the game. But to be fair to Notre Dame, they did good through the first three quarters of the game. Then all of a sudden, the last quarter, that's when Ohio State, and they did what they had to do. C.J. Stroud, he did what he had to do. And also, of course, they won that game over Notre Dame. And now, against a team like Marshall, and Notre Dame lost that game at home, I don't want to hear anything about Notre Dame being in the college football playoffs this year. Actually, Notre Dame is eliminated, in my opinion, from being even in the conversation of being in the football playoffs. That's a done deal. Notre Dame better be lucky even if they make the New Year's Six this year. But oh well, that's their problem. But anyway, this is the Michigan video, so I had to make that point before I forget. But like I said, overall, the team's performance against Hawaii, the team did well. Our running backs did well. Our wide receivers, each of them contribute. Like I said, Roman Wilson, Cornelius Johnson, he did his thing. Everybody contribute. Mostly. So I'm proud of the whole entire team. But J.J. McCarthy, the dude was just the cherry on top of the cake. Or the cherry on top of the ice cream sundae. That J.J. McCarthy kid, if he continues to keep playing the way he's playing, even against tougher opponents, and he playing the way he plays, it should be a reason why we don't go undefeated going into the Ohio State game in November. And possibly doing the improbable and beating them at the Horseshoe. But I tell you what, if J.J. McCarthy does what he does and we end up going undefeated and we actually beat the Buckeyes at the end of the year, of the regular season, J.J. McCarthy better be in the conversation to be in the Heisman race. And that's my opinion. I mean, everybody got their opinions, and everybody talking about, well, it's just against Hawaii. Okay, it is what it is. But I'm just saying, if J.J. McCarthy plays the way he continues to play, then he should be mentioned in the Heisman conversation with C.J. Stroud and with the Alabama quarterback that I can't think his name, Young or oh well. Anyways, So I'm going to end this video. If you like my content, do me a favor. Hit the like button. Hit the notification if you want to see more of my content. And do me a favor, spread the word. Share it. Share my videos. You will help me to grow. You help my channel to grow. It'll be much appreciated. I don't ask for donations because that's one good way to tick off your subscribers, and they will not want to follow you because you ask for money or because I ask for money, which I will never do that. But anyway, it feels good to make a Michigan video. This is the first one in week 2. So next week, Michigan got UConn. UConn's going to be an actual 12 o'clock game. It's not going to be a night game. So hopefully it'll be televised on TV and I can watch it. So until then, this is Harry Bryant signing out. As always, hail to the victors. Go Blue. And to all y'all Michigan fans, I love y'all. Always about this. Deuces.